Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Powercat Roundtable. My name's Adam Suderman. I'm the sports editor of the K-State Collegian, and with me here is Tate Steinlage. He is the beat writer, and we just are going to recap a little bit of what we had last Thursday. Obviously, a heartbreaker, but there were some definite things that really for this team to build off of. And I'll start with just this rush defense. Simply put, this was only the second time that Auburn had been limited to under 200 yards rushing under Gus Malzahn, and to be able to do that is something that I don't think many teams, many people, many analysts, whoever you want to say, thought would happen.
And yeah, it's a surprise definitely, but this team, and Jonathan Truman said it today, it's about scheming, but it's also about just playing fundamentally sound football. And this K-State team, when they have time to prepare, they're going to play fundamental football. And we saw that, and I think that was huge for them. But I think bigger than that, Adam, is the fact that this game's finally out of the way. Not to say they don't love playing in front of 55,000 crazy fans in front of the national television. But more so than anything, they can get this out of the way. They know they can play with any team in the country now, and they can take that into conference play and improve when they need it most, especially with Texas Tech, UTEP, Texas Tech, and then going into Norman. It's going to be huge for them.
Well, and Coach Schneider said it today, this team is born or is built on these principles of moving past one game. Auburn's in the past, but at the same time, I think you can't. It's important that this team realizes that although it was a loss, that there is plenty for this team to build off of.
A determination that was there. I think we had a heart-to-heart. I think they overcome that.
And yeah, there's a ton of things, and the biggest thing too is there's a lot of improvements to see upon that. And I think that's big because this isn't the climax of the season. This is really just you're still rising. You want to be playing your best ball during conference play, so that's going to be huge.
Definitely. Well, and here with UTEP coming in this week, you have Aaron Jones, a very talented running back, has proven it against Texas Tech, although Texas Tech doesn't exactly offer the best defense in the conference, but just somebody who I believe they're ranked in the top 5 in the nation of rushing. So although it's a lesser opponent, but again, it's an opportunity to see where this defense is.
And it's a more traditional rushing attack. Auburn, we don't like to say they have flavor to their rushing attack. They do some different things with the speed at quarterback. This running back is more traditional. He likes to run up and down the field. I think it's going to be a better task for K-State, an easier task, just playing fundamental football. They have to do the same thing they did against Auburn.
Well, offensively, obviously everybody's going to mark this Auburn game off of this drop pass that Tyler Lockett had because it is so uncharacteristic of what the player Tyler is. But ultimately, I think what we have to realize is that this is a team that was able to drive it against a very talented defense, but still, whether it be Curry Sexton, whether it be Charles Jones, that there are a variety of playmakers that K-State can use on every Saturday.
And the big stat is 9 different guys have caught the ball this year.
Absolutely.
Running backs, tight ends, wide receivers, all of them can play, all of them can contribute. And it's unfortunate Tyler Lockett dropped that pass. It's uncharacteristic of him, but that's going to happen. Unfortunately, happened at the worst time. You say the same thing about Jack Cantelli. Unfortunately, it was a bad game, but those are going to happen, and unfortunately, it was on a Thursday night in front of the entire country. But there's improvements there, and there's a lot that they can work on. But the thing is, K-State has weapons. They got to improve the rushing attack, but they have a lot of weapons that they can utilize during conference play.
When you look at this team, you have UTEP, you have Texas Tech, 2 teams who have rather high-powered offenses, probably struggle a little bit on the defensive side, but I think this sets up well for K-State to get, if barring unforeseen circumstances, to get 2 wins on their resume before heading to Norman, like you said. And obviously, you get the bye week, and then you go to Oklahoma, but it really sets up well for K-State and what they need, and just really, I think it's going to test them where they need to be tested.
And absolutely, you come off the Auburn game, you know what you can do. You can play against anybody in the country, but then you boost that spirit, you boost your morale up by hopefully coming out, playing UTEP, playing them well, scoring a lot of points, get ready for conference play. I think that's the best of both worlds right there. You can play against, and then you come out and you beat a lesser quality team, and you hopefully beat them handily as you get ready for Texas Tech.
Well, and as a lot of people know, Coach Snyder is not exactly one to be descriptive in the way he talks about his team, but he, at the same time, I think you can sense that there are some things that he does appreciate about what this team brings.
At some point in time, you come to realize you better do what you guys can do. My wants are the same week in and week out. It's always the same. I just want us to play as well as we can.
On the offensive side of the ball, you got Jake, you got Tyler, and then on the defensive side, you have the likes of Ryan and Jonathan, guys who have been in this program for so many years, and I think it is obviously gives Coach Schneider some comfort when he knows he has that kind of leadership on both sides of the ball. But I think think at the back of his mind, it sure seems like there's some excitement about what this team could be, and it could be another team that possibly hits that double-digit win category.
And absolutely, we were talking about it coming in here today. I mean, there's a chance if you can knock off, I mean, obviously we're looking ahead here, you knock off Oklahoma and Norman, there's a chance you go 10-1, 9-1 heading into Baylor. And from there, you have no idea what's going to happen with the scope of the college football playoff. But that's a long ways down the road. The important thing is right now he's extremely pleased with the group that he has, the leadership that he has in these categories. I think it's just going to be big that they utilize this and they continue to push forward. And I think good things are going to happen.
That's the beauty of it. We've still got, we're 3 weeks of the season, still got 9 games left. We can talk about it all we want, but the best part is we still got 9 games to look forward to. So for yet another edition of Powercat Roundtable, we're glad you guys took the time to watch us, and stay tuned next week as we preview Texas Tech.